guys, how's it going with you? So this morning I'm on the east coast of England between Robin Hood's Bay and Scarborough, running the Cleveland Way. So that's where we're coming from for this episode of the Active Sports Show. And while I was running along here, I'm actually out for about the fourth or fifth time in my Saucony Koa STs. So I thought I'd just give you my thoughts on how they're performing right now. So the Koa STs by Saucony. To start with, I actually really like the design, I like the colours. So they've got nice quick release, quick tie laces, so if you do start to get into any boggier conditions, you can really kind of tighten them up to make sure that they don't come off your feet. They've also got what they call a ever dry sort of outer, similar to Gore-Tex I suppose. They keep your feet dry as you're going through the puddles. Obviously if the water came in through the top there, then through the top here, then you get wet feet. I'd say maybe the only sort of downside would be that the offset is slightly higher than maybe the Innovates, so, and the speed cross, which for some coming downhill might cause a problem, but for the majority the grip in conditions like this are really good. There's no slippage, no sliding, that's going up or downhill. Really sort of pleased with them so far. I've had about four or five runs out in them now. Very comfortable, nice wide toe box. Like I say, the only problem you may get is if you're on steep descents, and with that slightly higher offset, some people might not be comfortable with that. But if you've never used a shoe with a lower offset, whereby I mean the offset is the angle between the toe and the heel, so if the heel's higher raised, that's a higher offset, where the heel is lower down and almost level with the toe, that's a lower offset. So if you're used to your kind of minimal offsets of 2-4 mil, then maybe these shoes might feel a bit strange. So it's a beautiful part of the world. And it's a glorious morning. So I've just taken a seat for a moment while I just take the shoe off, just so that we can take a look at the actual bottom of the shoe. As you can see, it's got some nice deep lugs on there all the way through the shoe, so there's not even a space there. Sort of usually where you get a bridge here in the middle between the forefoot and the heel. It's a straight through sole, giving you plenty of grip both up and downhill. So, and I have found this morning, obviously you can see the state of these shoes, I've been going through quite a bit of mud. They've held up, I've had no slippage whatsoever. So that's what they look like, obviously when they're dirty. But yeah, and my feet as well, bone dry, and I've been through a few puddles this morning. Obviously, like I say, if they came over the top, your feet would be wet, but then that would be the case with any shoe. So the inner, let's just take the inner sole out. You've got your usual now Everrun layer in there, which is in all Saucony shoes, running shoes now, whether it be road shoe or trail shoes. So just giving you that little extra comfort. So if you're on the longer runs, you're always going to get that kind of rebound from that Everrun layer. So my shoes back on, I'm going to head off now. That's Scarborough Castle over there in the distance, across the bay. That's the North Bay of Scarborough just there. So I've got this coastline to run back along. Almost back into Scarborough now, just looking down there into the North Bay. It's got this little bit of a trail left to do, and then we'll be on to the tarmac, where I'll probably just finish off my opinions and thoughts of the Koa STs, just to let you know how they kind of handle on the on tarmac. So as I'm just dropping off the cliff edge, I've just come onto a bit of kind of stony trail, and I can just feel the lugs just starting to move a little bit underneath me. It's not too bad, but it'd be something just to bear in mind if a lot of your trails were kind of stone or sandstone. So we're just coming off the cliff edge now. I'm literally just walking back over the bridge, and there's a reasonable amount of grip with the shoes. We're back on tarmac now. But like I say, most of your trail really wants to be kind of grass, mud, or sort of fairly soft underground for these lugs to really come into their own. So I've just come over onto some kind of wet tarmac and concrete, really trying to get my feet to slip, but they're not having it. They're pretty good. I wouldn't want to go too far on hard surface, but yeah, for getting from your home to the trail, they're good for that too. I'm almost at the end of my run now, and just my overall general thoughts of the Koa STs is that they are a cracking shoe. They are a dedicated shoe, so I wouldn't want to be going too far on harder flat trails with them, or even tarmac. But to get you from the home, out of your back door to a trail, they're fairly stable on flat surface. But then, you know, they really do become an excellent shoe once you get into kind of the muddy trails, grass, ups and downs. Really got plenty of grip. I'd say the only downside is that maybe the offset might be a little bit too high for some. But generally, they're great. So for that reason, I'll give them a 9 out of 10.